Yeah? Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. We're calling the meeting to order today, right now, at 3:30. And we're going to start off with number 2. Did everyone have a chance to look over the last month's meeting minutes?
I did. Thank you, Chris.
Yeah. Any questions or adjustments?
A couple of them. Correction in item 6 to call Carolyn instead of Carrie. And then in 7B3, spaghetti dinners, I'll change that to will resume in September. And, how does this go? And then same 7B25, oh God, that's confusing. Eliminate and scavenger hunt, and I think that takes care of my correction.
I'd make a motion to accept the minutes with the amendments as proposed by Chris.
I'll second that.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
It's unanimous. Thank you. Now we have a report from the COA, and do we have anybody or did they send any notes or anything?
No one has sent any notes, but I did hear Richard Waysack say that they thought they might have somebody who was coming over to join since Ralph has.
Yes.
Have we had any white smoke come from the COA?
Yes, there has been white smoke, I hear.
Yes.
He did not give a name, he just said
Okay,
they had
well, there were 2 people interested, so I don't know of the 2.
I don't know
which
how
one.
they
Yeah.
picked, but isn't that
nice.
great?
Yeah.
2 people
There
wanted
we
to
go.
be here.
That is great.
So that's
Maybe we'll know at our joint meeting,
maybe, yeah.
maybe.
We won't because that's postponed, but anyway.
Good to know.
Okay, now we're over to Ahmed. Would you like to give us an update on the rec department?
Yeah, very quickly, all of our articles passed nicely without any fanfare to speak of, which is we're looking forward to. And we do have a replacement for me. Leah's coming on.
Who?
Leah
Christina?
Mercurio.
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she volunteered to step up at our last rec meeting and will replace me as a member.
Oh.
This is my
What are you going
last
to do with
meeting.
yourself?
Hit lots of softballs, I hope.
Yeah.
No, I'm still, with the rec, and I don't know, we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
Great.
thank you very,
Well,
very
very
much.
nice.
Appreciate
I
it.
have a couple of words I want to make at the end of the,
Yeah.
at the end of
Wonderful.
Fair
the
enough.
meeting.
And
Okay.
thank you so much.
6 years,
Yeah.
Is it?
And you've been with the rec commission how long? Long time.
20.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
That's it. Good job. Good job. Any other things or any questions for Van on the rec?
Thank you.
Good.
Okay, good. All right, next we're over to old business. Carolyn?
Well, we already talked about the COA new member and the white smoke coming, so we don't have the name yet,
Do
but
that.
we do anticipate for our next meeting, we will have the new member
Okay.
here. And then I learned today that the joint meeting will have to be postponed, as some people weren't aware of it and we didn't all have agendas. So although this committee was aware, we're going to look for a different date. I'll send it out like I did before.
Okay.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Yes, thank you. Okay, new business?
We do have the outside cleanup scheduled. The company that was here before, we did get a gift from someone to purchase and pay for that in memory of her friend. So we are very grateful. They will call me before they're coming. It will be before the second week in June. So it's from now until the second week of June is our block of time. And they tell you right before. So,
good.
but the outside will be done and we're very appreciative of that.
Okay, thank you. And
Nice.
Thank you for the person who donated. That was
Very
great.
nice of her. She's a very nice person.
Okay. New
And wants to be anonymous.
I'll check.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't want to say it in case
Yeah,
she does.
right.
So, but if she does not, I will announce it at the next meeting.
Please.
How's that?
Yeah.
Yes,
very
that sounds good. Yeah. New scanning stations?
Yes. So the Council on Aging and the Community Center both use the similar software. Theirs is called My Senior Center. Ours is called My Community Center. You can see where this is going.
Yes.
You scan in to use programs that the Council on Aging has. You scan in to use the weight room for the community center. It has been interesting for some people who are going to COA programs that their scanning in here and walking all over to the other side of the building. We have 2 weight rooms now. So we were able to purchase 3 new scan-in stations. And our hope is that people will, right now they're only scanning in for us for the weight room, but it would be great if we could give each instructor a card and they could scan in and put the number of people just so we can have some more accurate records. And now that we're going to have them located throughout the building, I think it's going to be very worthwhile and helpful to everyone. So we're excited about that. They are here on the premises. We just have to schedule the connecting of putting them in. So
Nice.
Very good.
yeah, we're excited about
That
that.
sounds good. All right, we're moving up in the world of technology. Okay, how about the beach and transfer stickers?
How about them?
Yeah.
I really put this on there so I could just say, we have certainly heard the public. Reagan can let you know, if you're here in this building, you know that people are accustomed to coming in and getting their questions answered. And unfortunately, I don't have the answers for people right now. We're working to find out what is happening, how it's happening. But I thought it was important that we clarify, this was not a decision of the community center, this board. My understanding, it was not a recreation decision, so people should know that we did not make this decision. We did not kick anybody out. People are saying, why'd you kick them out? We did not kick anyone out. And we will do our very best to help anyone. Reagan went and printed applications for people. As we learn more about what it's going to be, we will certainly get the word out there. We'll post it in our newsletter. We'll put it on Facebook. So we just wanted everyone to know that we're working, we're trying, as soon as we get the actual information, I hate to give out misinformation, we will let everyone know, but just clarifying that it was not the community center. So I understand that people are frustrated, and I would simply ask that if you come in and you are frustrated, please come see me. I
Don't take it out on the
please,
staff.
please don't.
Yeah.
So that is my nice way of asking that.
And can I get one more clarification too? Is the chamber only giving beach stickers out?
The chamber's not doing
Anything.
anything.
They're not gonna do anything?
As of right
Okay.
now.
Okay.
Again, this is all, I don't know that there's an official policy. I could not get
Okay.
one. I went prior to this meeting
Yeah.
today, but the person I went to check with was not in, so.
Okay, that's all right. I was just
I
trying
was
to get.
gonna ask you that, is it a final conclusion? No.
Not to my understanding, and I did check, I met with Eric this morning, and he does not believe it's a final conclusion, and I did go over to tax collector treasurer, and that person was not in today. So my understanding it is not
Final.
final
Nothing
until
final.
someone tells us it's final, so.
Well, I believe I heard, I forget her name, speak before the select board, describing when each of the passes stickers were gonna be. Goes back at least a month,
Yeah,
yeah.
It's definitely changed that.
It
'cause
has,
it's
yeah.
changed, It's changed 3 times in the last
But
week.
she never mentioned in person,
correct.
Right.
right, yeah.
So if people do come to, if I might add something.
Yeah.
If people do come to the community center, right when you walk in, because we have had a handful of people even just today be like, I'm here for my beach sticker, because we do it every year.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, they haven't gotten the word whether they're just here for the day because they're getting their house ready for the summer, whatever. They can pick up an application,
Right.
you know, at least can do that. So they don't have to worry about, you know, printing it out if they don't have access to a printer. We are happy to provide that service.
Nice,
I just want to mention, we had volunteers who were offering to go a step above that and help people with our computers, show people
Online.
how to do it.
Yeah.
There's so much scanning involved, we couldn't do it for security reasons,
yeah.
but people are coming out of the woodworks to offer their support and help, so.
Oh,
I was thinking
Everybody's working together to try to
Trying,
figure it out.
yeah.
I have my beach sticker.
Oh, you
So we
went
can
online?
all go in
No,
Chris's
Yeah.
car.
I printed out from online and sent it in
Oh, yeah,
by mail.
okay, good, yeah, right.
So when are you picking me up to go to the beach?
Start
know there are a lot
start
of
Uber, you
people-
sign up with Uber.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there are a lot of seniors that really are not
Yeah,
computer literate.
right,
And,
right.
What are they gonna do with those folks?
I just thought it was perfect here at the community center. That's my personal thing. I just thought it was perfect here for people. It's quick to run in and quick to run out,
Right,
and you're done.
exactly.
Yeah, and the Saturday
Yeah.
issue is a major one.
And I do think they are working on it. I don't,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope I was clear that
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think, I do think that they're hearing that people want that and they are working on it. We're just not part of that
Yeah.
conversation.
Right.
We hope to be and we're asking to be
Why are
invited.
they doing it, Carolyn? Have any ideas?
I have not been invited. I
Staff
have asked.
Cost?
I don't know that that's the reason because you're still having staff to process the ones that are coming in.
Right.
I honestly don't know. I have not been.
And you can't get a transfer station yet.
Not yet.
Or the treasure
Treasure
chest
chest.
yet.
Correct.
The last we've been told by that is those will be available online starting June 1st, but you don't need it till July 1st. Is that
Right,
correct?
right, that's,
I think
yeah,
I heard
that's,
But that's the latest. That doesn't mean
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
currently.
Right. So please know, and if you're
Yeah,
watching,
good.
that
Yeah.
the information we're giving is current to what we know. But as I said, I could not verify any of that information today to give you. I'm giving you the most up
Do
to
you have a
date that I have.
timeline? Anybody have a timeline?
We do not. We're trying.
well, I want to thank you because you ladies have done a nice job of organizing it every year. It ran pretty smoothly, I
Yeah,
thought.
I sure did.
So nice job. All right, the next one is staff update.
I just wanted to let people know that we have a few different things happening on the staff. We're going to change some different people's hours and move things around. Our longtime front desk worker Josh, who's in college, is coming back to help during the summer. So we're
Nice.
always
Oh, he's
excited
sweet.
to
Yeah,
see
he's
him.
sweet.
One of our other workers is having some medical procedures, so she'll be out for a little while. So we're going to switch some of Reagan's hours, and one of our employees goes back to work with recreation, and so it's a sliding scale. We're pretty full, and we feel pretty confident. But I did want you to know that you'll see some different faces. They're all familiar ones, and we're excited for that. But everything will be covered. No hours are changing, anything. So
That's, I was just gonna ask, I knew, based on your ability to be flexible, the hours will remain the same, it's just who's covering those. will-
exactly the
Great.
people.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, and as you all know, the community center does not have just one person working in the building for safety reasons.
Yeah,
So if you see two people, that's what's supposed to be here, you know.
And that's
so
good. It's a good thing. Yeah.
It's
Safety,
important.
safety-wise, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, great job on that. All right, we're now up to director's updates.
It's Reagan first.
All right, Reagan, please.
Oh, it's me. So that's why I had to ask at the beginning. I couldn't remember the last program update. I'm gonna just quickly go through the list for April. We had a very busy April with the DIY Easter kits, photos with Bunny. We had another successful pasta dinner. We did our first adult prom in April, which was a pretty big success. It was a lot of fun. I think we'll probably do it again next year.
How many folks were there?
50 to 60?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. It was for the first.
All dressed up in tuxes and
All
stuff?
no
Pretty
tux.
sharp
I didn't
thing.
see a
I didn't
tux.
see a tux, but it
With
was
suits
some,
Long
and-
dresses
some
and
were,
Pictures, yeah.
and,
Oh, yeah, you know.
some were and some weren't. I
Yeah.
mean, it was like just come as you're
Cool.
comfortable, but everybody danced and it was
pictures.
Yep, there was a so Cape Tunes, DJ Scott from Cape Tunes graciously gave us a great deal and brought his photo booth.
That's cute,
Which
yeah.
was not included. He kind of donated that.
Yeah.
So that was great, and we had food from the Seal that was also donated. So it was a fun night, and then everybody went out afterwards and. The Seal hosted an after party.
That was very nice.
I just have to clarify, half of the food was donated, just because if someone sees
Yes,
the bill.
I'm sorry. Half of the food was donated.
I don't want
Yes,
people to be
correct,
like,
correct.
"What were you doing?"
Half of the food. We ended up adding to the order.
Right,
so yes,
right.
half
No,
of
that's
the food.
fine.
Yep.
That's great.
Thank you.
That's great.
That's
And,
Thank
okay.
you. No, thank you.
and the photos look terrific.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We had Michael Pregot came the end of April and did a book talk on 2 of his books that he wrote on slavery, local to Cape Cod and Boston. It was very, very educational, very interesting. We're already into May. We had a pasta dinner, which we collaborated with the Harwich Junior Theater. We served over 100 dishes of spaghetti.
It was amazing.
The Marvelous Wonderettes, which is the next show playing at the Harwich Junior Theater, came and did 2 of their songs, which is part of their performance. A little teaser, and then we raffled off 2 sets of tickets. So that was the last pasta dinner till September. May 3rd, we had scheduled the animal control officer was going to come do a talk on canine body language. Unfortunately, she was not feeling well, so we rescheduled it for June 7th. We had a good chunk of people signed up for that, so they've all been notified and they're gonna come
Nice.
June 7th. Next, on the 14th, which is Wednesday, is that right, Wednesday? Cape Cod Bee-Fit and Bike Fit is coming to do a bike talk. The Bike Commission, am I saying that right? Cape Cod Bike Commission is also coming to donate. They're gonna be doing helmets, I believe, and lights. So they'll be here, so that'll be a great talk. It's a pop-in event at 3:30, so in the afternoon. Forever 21 recently went out of business and donated a lot of jewelry to the community center. And when I say a lot of jewelry, my office is completely
Packed.
full of jewelry.
Oh, that's great.
A
How
lot
did
which
they
we can
give it
use
to
for
you?
prom.
That's what
That
I'm
is
so excited
awesome.
So
about.
I'm actually gonna skip. So we had been in communication. They were hoping to donate clothing to us for our clothing swap, for the team clothing swap. And at the last minute, something happened on the corporate side of things, and they were like, "We really feel, we really want to help you as best we can. We're sorry we can't do the clothing. How about jewelry?" And of course, we were like, "We'll take it," not realizing
The amount.
magnitude.
But that's okay.
So if there's one thing I can say about Carolyn, she can think up an event for anything. So we decided to do a jewelry bingo.
I think it's great.
Oh, okay.
It filled up so quickly that we're going to do 2 jewelry bingos. So we have one on May 23rd, which is full.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do a second one on June 24th, which still has plenty of space.
June 24th.
Yep. So we'll be giving out a lot of jewelry and playing bingo.
I like earrings.
And
so
there's still, and
We
there'll
have
still
a
be
lot
plenty for
left.
the
Lot of
swap.
earrings,
And there'll
yeah.
still be plenty left for the swap, and there'll still be plenty left for prom.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh,
So,
that's
That
wonderful.
is awesome.
I love it.
May 28th, we're doing a dip and paint. Cape Creative Paintworks is coming and hosting. You have your sip and paint where they guide you through painting. I did not bring that flyer with me, but we have a picture of the painting that they're going to be doing. It's lovely. It's a Cape Cod beach scene. So instead of sip and paint, because we're the community center, we're doing dip and appetizers and paint.
Very
That
good.
works.
So it is $45. We just charge because it covers the cost of the material that you will take home. And then it wouldn't be a spring at the community center if we didn't do a fairy thing. So we're doing fairy crafts on May 30th. That is a sign up event. And then June, we have some fun things going on. Cape Cod Bee-Fit and Bike Fit is coming back to do a pickleball talk.
Okay.
We're having a gentleman reached out to me offering to talk to the community members about HVAC systems. He has found in his travels that a lot of people just aren't familiar with their heating and cooling systems of their house, and he just wanted to open a forum up to let people ask questions and give some information with, summer coming up. So that will be happening on June 6th. We're doing, I'm sorry?
D-Day.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
Sorry.
So, no, that's okay. I lost my train of thought. June 11th, another open mic night. Those are always popular. We're excited to be bringing Cape Harmony here for the summer. I don't know if you've ever heard of them, but it's an all-female a cappella group that performs around the Cape. They're going to be performing most Fridays throughout the summer, starting June 13th.
That's great.
At 7 o'clock, and they're giving a discounted rate for all of our citizens. So $10 for adults, $7 for kids. Tickets can be sold at the door. The other jewelry bingo, June 24th, and then we'll do which is now becoming annual summer kickoff ice cream party on June 27th.
That was packed the last time.
It
we
sure
got
was.
You're all gonna come scoop with us.
It sure was. And then we have some fun things in the works for July, including Cape Harmony will be back. We're going to do a minute to win it, and some other fun things in the works. So
That's
I
awesome.
think I covered. Did I forget anything?
No,
That is
Oh,
awesome.
yes, one thing that we did not mention is, we did in April what turned out to be one of my more favorite events because of the population that it served, which was exactly what this building is set up. Reagan was kind enough to influence her husband to come in and help us do
yes, I
the
missed
plant, and start the seedlings, and
Oh, okay.
it was just a picture of what this building is supposed to be. There was every group, every age was covered, every bit of knowledge. He would help some people who were more advanced to someone like me who doesn't even know what a seed looks like. And it was full. They made plants, and then they made
Wind chimes.
wind chimes,
Oh.
and it was a
awesome.
great
Yeah,
event,
it was a lot
and
of
it
fun.
was
Yeah.
it was wonderful to see. So we do a lot of different
Yeah.
events, and some just strike me when I get to see it, the building performing to what we all envisioned it to be, multi-generational. Everyone just was smiling and happy and laughing, and it was great. So that was one of the.
And I'm not sure if I shared this with anybody already, but obviously I love my job. But a couple weeks ago, so I don't think I did share with you, I ran into somebody who said that they've been coming to the spaghetti dinner with their young daughter. She was a waitress at somewhere I went out for dinner, and she said that they started coming to the spaghetti dinners, and now they go to the grocery store and they run into people that they met at the spaghetti dinner. And I just feel like that is Harwich. That's Harwich.
yeah.
And that's why I personally brought my family back here
Yeah.
to raise
Yeah.
them
The
in this-
children,
yeah.
yeah.
And it's exactly, I think, what we wanted to do, and it just makes me happy
Yeah.
that it's happening.
Yeah.
So I
Which
just
is
wanted
good.
to
It
share
is
that
a
story.
success. It is a success.
People
Look
don't
how-
realize what we have here.
Oh my God.
That's true. That's true.
The other towns, they don't realize.
Yeah.
A lot of the guys in softball, they're bewildered by all the things that we have going on here.
Yeah.
When they walk in the building, they see it so active and so busy, and
It's a wonderful community.
Yeah.
It is.
It is.
This is the best thing that happened in the town. This community center.
Yeah, it's doing what it was supposed to do.
That's right.
So
We can always improve. Don't
Oh,
everyone think that?
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
all of us. Great job, ladies. Great job.
Well, thank you, everybody. We couldn't do it without the community.
Okay, now we're over to any program updates or events, anything changing or
Nope, just the ones that
just
we
the one
went
that that
through.
Megan mentioned? Okay, and building operation and updates?
So this is more telling you that things are going to be a little hectic because it's about to be summer, and summer in this building is always fun because we have a lot of different groups in here, and usually I'm talking about peach and dump stickers and the summer camps, but we just like people to know during this time that sometimes the room that you thought you were going into is not a room you're going to get because we have to accommodate some of the programs that we always have. So we just ask people to check on the monitors, ask a staff member, call ahead. We are more than happy to help you get to the place that you need to go to. And we also have lovely furniture outside. And I say that because some people will be like, it's very busy inside. So some people pull up, I know some softball players that sometimes pull up chairs right outside to our tables,
Yeah.
have little meetings out there. We're happy to help accommodate that too. So
great.
that's the kind of the building update. And as you know, we're still, the carpeting is done and the walls are in the painting process. We are looking at
Blinds and so on.
blinds and everything are done. Right. We're looking
The
at
bleachers, look at the work that we did in the bleachers. That was a big capital project.
Absolutely,
A lot of
and we're
stuff
gonna
going on.
put fans in as well in the gym. That is one of the ones, large fans from the ceiling, not small fans.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
need the large. If you were here on the first night of town meeting, I'm
Yeah.
sure you're ready for
I
those
stayed near the door.
fans.
Get a breeze.
But one of the other things is the only room that has not been finished for flooring is in the original weight room.
Yeah.
It still has the old carpeting in there. It is not ideal to have carpeting in a room, so we're looking at putting in the padded flooring, and I'm not calling it the right. I could go
Yeah,
get it.
I know what you mean.
But that's the next step. The only problem is it's not the cost or anything. It is that we will need to close that room for 2 days, which is not popular, but important. So
Just to do it, yeah.
I'm just going to keep you posted when we're going to be able to do that. I will look for a little bit of slower times, and but that will be the last thing, and it's really going to help a lot, not only for people dropping the weights but for the cleanliness and people sweating in there.
It's
and
easy to
stuff.
clean and
It
sterilize.
is.
Yeah.
So that's the last of the flooring that will be done, and I already have the quote for that. And it's a 2-day offline for the building, not the building, just that room. The other weight room will remain open, so just a little inconvenience for a big reward.
Yeah, nice.
That's what I
Sounds
wanted
good.
to say.
Yeah.
Carolyn, I have a final thought, okay? I think I've passed on to you several times in the past, your concern about parking. You know, when we have all these events and so on and so forth, we do have some serious parking issues here. Again, I think I mentioned it to you, why can't we cut into the space in back that open, you know, that, where the old house is?
It's not our land.
Whose land is that? I thought that was town land.
It's not.
No, that was a question I had asked before too, because I
It's
thought it
not.
would have been great if we could have
Push
expanded.
that back.
But it
I mean, you
belongs
could pick
to
up
private
a 50 to
property.
60
is
more
not.
Yeah.
parking spots there.
Yeah,
That is not our land.
it does not belong to the
Any of
town.
that's going up to the not the blacktop, but the parking area way up in the corner, that's all the wooded area is on our land.
My understanding, and I don't have the print in front of me, but my understanding is that it is not town land and that the taxes have been paid on that and are up to date. So it's not even like, oh, no one's using that.
Yeah.
Somebody
Right.
is
Somebody
still,
has an idea
somebody's-
of doing something with it.
at some,
At
but
some point, probably.
I'm happy to bring to the next meeting, I know you won't be here, but I'll bring in the plans that show that there are ownership all around. I don't think the town has on this property any unused land. Unfortunately. It's a good problem to have if
Yeah.
it's parking.
There is some discussion about across the street. That is town land.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
Please, I'm the only one who doesn't understand what across the street means.
Oh,
As you drive into the entrance to Monomoy, to the fields and back to White House, all that land
Across the street at the high school.
at the high school,
Got it.
yeah.
But
There's
there's
probably,
There's a
Patch.
wooded area.
about
probably
10
a-
acres?
yeah,
Yeah.
at least, okay.
Yeah.
I know that the rec department is looking at some of that for some potential, activities down the road. And I know that Joe, our town manager, indicated that would be a good place to put the splash pad, okay? But we're not into that right now, that is, that's still on hold, but in any event, that is a good piece of land owned by the town that we could pick up a lot of parking in there, as well as doing some other activities. For example, there's a rope course that was supposed to go in there from somebody from the high school.
Yeah,
that
we
wanted
tried
to
for a
do it.
grant for that.
Pardon me?
We tried for the grant for that.
Right, and that never came to
No, it didn't come,
fruition. But that land across the street, if I may, is eventually gonna be developed, and I'm just suggesting maybe we should look at it as a potential for some additional parking. I know the senior softball league is looking at the land behind Potter Memorial. They wanna build another field. They wanna make the board of directors wanna make Howard's the central focal point of senior softball in the New England area.
Is that town land
It's all town land,
behind?
yeah, town
Veterans,
land.
yeah.
It goes all the way to up to McPhee,
McPhee,
the
yeah.
soccer field. And, so they're talking about that. They're also talking about some land and over in Dennis that they're looking at as well. But they would like this, make this the hub of softball. They're close to 400 softball players. That's the reason why. They need
Absolutely.
some additional facility. They need, the infrastructure can't keep up with the number of people that are coming in.
Wow, another good problem to have.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Yeah, you
Keeping
just don't
people
have the
going
space.
here.
Keeping right.
Keeping
But
them
anyway,
active
I
and
thought
going.
about the parking. That was my
Yes.
last comment that I would.
Sorry, we don't own it.
Yeah.
Somebody's a nice home, they're probably watching thinking, hey, that's my house. We're not coming for it.
Oh, well, we're thinking. Okay, any other questions on the building updates or operations before we move on?
No, thank you.
Okay, we have others, so we'll go around the room. And, Ron, you said you wanted to say
Yeah,
something?
I just want to make a couple of comments, if I may. When I first was asked by the Rec Commission to serve as the liaison 6 years ago, I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
And I had no direction as to what this committee was all about. And Carolyn took me under her wing, and I came to the meetings, and she, was very kind and very thoughtful in terms of helping me go through the process of understanding this committee is a little different than other committees and so on. And I'm very impressed during my 6 years and what Carolyn has done, not only with Carolyn, but with Reagan as well. I mean, that has been a good, as far as I'm concerned, a very good appointment that you made with
Definitely.
Reagan. She's done a great job. You're a wonderful team, both of you are a super team. And with my experiences as a school administrator, I've always believed in having a team format. And when you have a good team of people at the top, it filters down to the bottom. And I think that team is well run. It's a good leadership, and we've done an awful lot in the last 6 years that I can recall. We did the strategic plan, 5-year plan that we've implemented many of those 5-year thoughts and decisions as far as capital improvements and so on. So I just think that both you guys have done a heck of a job. And the staff out there, outside, is, again, very complimentary, very, very pleasant. Anytime you go up to the desk and ask them a question or two, they're right there for you. So Carolyn, I want to thank you. She was very kind in getting me a shirt, a sweater that says Harwich, and the card was very nicely appreciated. Thank you for both. Keep up the good work, and you shall be missed.
Thank
But I know
you.
you're
Thanks.
Yeah,
we're in
thank
good
you.
hands.
Yeah.
Very
Well,
good
very
hands.
nice.
thank you so
Van.
much for your kind words and all that you've done and still doing. You're still very active, so thank you.
That's right, we know where you are.
We know what to find you. So thank you.
Yeah, they're after me to go and run for commissioner again, so I don't know, we'll see.
We'll see, yeah. Yeah, as long as you feel you got the energy,
No,
give it a shot.
yeah. Thank you,
Yeah.
Carolyn,
Thank
thank you
you.
for everything, I
I really,
appreciate it.
I appreciate it, I do.
You're
I
my
always
dear.
say,
You're my dear, believe me.
it's the best job to have in the town, and I have the ability.
We're lucky to have you, Carolyn. The
Oh, my
town is-
goodness, stop, you make me
Yeah.
stop.
No,
It's
we're lucky,
honestly a
we're very
great
the
team.
town is very fortunate to have you guys, you running this very important building. I don't know where we'd be without it, without you doing what you do.
I don't know where we'd be without the building, that's all I can say, we're
Well,
so
you're
glad
doing a
we
good
Let's
did.
get a
job.
swimming pool.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's for the future.
I'll put it on the list.
So put it on the list.
right.
Okay,
Well,
Chris?
it's about Circus Smirkus.
yeah,
Yeah, this sounds braggy, I guess, but I signed up to get 2 kids.
I know, we were excited.
That's
Very
wonderful.
kind.
This is
Lucky
wonderful.
kids.
Thank you, and you'll have fun with them, they're
I-
great
I-
kids,
Yeah,
They are great.
amazing, yeah.
the,
So
cook-
thank
the cooking part.
Mrs. Talakis, if
what
you need
takeout's
some
for.
help with the circus, you
Yeah.
know where I am.
If you want to come again and help us, you helped us last year.
Yeah,
We can always have different
I'll
jobs.
do the parking again.
Okay,
You know, just let me know
I'll
what
let
it
you
is,
know.
send me an email and
I will.
I'll be there.
well, thank you.
Anytime you need some volunteers, Carolyn
Oh,
and
that's
Reagan.
nice,
Yeah.
Dan.
We
Just
will
let
for
me know.
sure.
Yeah.
As long as I got 2 feet above the ground, I'll be down to
You've got to
help you
think
out.
positive, that's right, think positive. Thank you.
Nothing from me.
Reagan?
Sorry, still something. Just a reminder that the town elections are on May 20th.
Right.
Please make sure to come and vote.
Vote.
It's important,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you can learn about all the candidates at the candidates forum. There's several different ones that are happening in town. We just suggest that you get all the information that you need to make the best decision for you.
Right.
Is there a special night for the candidates night?
Yes.
Is there,
There's
what night
2.
is that?
Want me
You
to?
know?
Please.
Tomorrow at South Harwich Meeting House.
Okay.
The Republican and Democratic parties are hosting candidates forum for
Okay.
select board and also for the school board.
Yeah.
And then on the 15th at 5:30, the Town Voter Information Committee in the Griffin Room is doing similar.
And the candidates will be
Yeah.
there, obviously.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. I think on the 15th, Anita won't be there because she's running Chatham's election or town meeting.
I
Yeah.
didn't- You know more than I do.
Yeah, so tomorrow, if you've never been to South Harwich Meeting House.
Oh, it's beautiful in there.
It's gorgeous.
What time is that?
10. And it should be over by noon. That's our plan. Yeah.
Which is great.
What's the format?
Well, you're
They
talking
do.
to the timer, so here we go.
They give you X number of
They
minutes.
have, they each does an introductory 2 minutes, I think, and then, why they're running, and then each does 3 or 5 minutes on what they think the most critical issues are facing. And then the audience gets a chance through, having drawn a number, to ask questions. So maybe up to 8 or 9 questions from the audience. And each candidate has to answer, gets the opportunity. It can't be just directed, let's say, to Heath. It has to be for,
Sounds
yeah,
good.
and then a
Sounds great.
conclusion.
Yeah.
My,
I'm sorry.
go right
How
ahead.
long is it scheduled to? It starts at 10. How late?
In
Noon,
the
she said at the
noon.
latest.
Noon,
Noon.
Noon.
I'm sorry, I missed that. Okay.
yeah.
Well, and I think the biggest thing is people need to get out and vote.
That's
Oh,
the
my
That's
biggest
the
thing.
biggest thing. They have
Get
to
out
get out
and
and
vote.
vote. Yeah.
Yeah.
My last thing is that an anonymous person, they're not really anonymous, asked if this committee would ever consider changing from meeting on a Friday. So I put that out there for I put that out there. It doesn't matter to me. I'm working, but I know some people, they weren't worried about the time. They just thought Fridays were hard if they ever wanted to come to it. I did explain that it is on TV, but I just pass on the
Yeah.
information that I get. So
Okay.
Was it more of the citizens asking that? Or am I asking the wrong question?
no, it was a citizen. And I did
Yeah.
understand that at the rec commission that they were asking about the time too. I don't think it was not the time, the date.
Yeah.
Fridays
Friday,
sometimes
yeah.
can be harder for people
Is
if
it
they're
the new
going
member?
going
And
away
especially-
or
yeah,
so.
especially if it happens to be a holiday.
That's okay.
And consider my vote yes for adjourning the meeting.
All right.
Okay, thank you very
Done.
much.
Sorry.
Have a good weekend.
You too.
Okay.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yes.
Pass it along.
I think, well, concerning that point that you were making, Heath works. So I think if we do change the date, we have to be concerned about.
Oh no, I don't think they
Yeah.
wanted to change the time.
Oh,
just that
the day.
Fridays
Fridays
are
Friday, okay,
hard.
yeah.
People
But-
travel or they
Yeah,
wanna go
yes,
or get
okay.
away.
That's what it
Yeah,
was. It
'cause
was
like
not
this
about the
weekend,
time.
Yeah, wrapping
Okay.
up the week.
Day.
Yeah.
Especially.
Some people leave early,
Leave early,
and,
yeah.
Yeah,
so
okay.
Yeah.
so just something to consider,
Okay.
and whether you. But they were not asking you to change the time.
Okay.
Got it.
So maybe if each of us just
Think
emails
about
back
it,
to
yeah.
Carol and say, These days, or I can do it or I can't.
Leah, my replacement knows about what time, so she seems okay
And we
with
can
it.
wait till everyone new
Everybody's
gets on,
new?
and
Okay.
maybe that. I just
Okay.
was bringing it
That's
up
a
All
good
right,
because
that
idea.
someone
sounds
asked.
good.
How's that?
Okay, all right, so, anything else? I think we're all set.
Nothing for me,
All
sorry.
right, so, I'd like to bring the meeting to adjournment. Would I have
So
like to have a
moved.
motion?
Second.
And second, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, the meeting is officially closed.
Thank you, Van.
And our
Thank
next
you.
meeting
Yeah,
is
Van.
June
Thank you, guys.
13th. If we know, we would have brought something here to
Yeah, that's
celebrate.
okay.